Hi, Libra. I really, really needed this moment of realignment. I clearly need it. Okay. Hi. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. It's good to see you, feel you, and I guess hear you again. And to those of you who it is your first time, welcome to you. This is Surrender to the Flow Tarot. I'm Denise, and I'll be doing a timeless general reading for the collective of Libra. And my readings are for Libra in any placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascendant, or Venus, because I never know what's going to come up, and love comes up a lot. So I include Venus in there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Take what resonates and leave the rest, and be careful not to stick yourself in a story that's not yours. But today's reading, that might not really apply. So, because we're doing chakra clearings, you feel me? Yeah, what I'm saying is you'll know pretty quick if it's you or not. You feel me? Okay. So that's what we're doing today. We're doing chakra clearing, healing. We're going to pull a chakra love card to see what chakras are the ones for you to focus on. And then we're going to do what's blocking it. Wait till you see this deck. Whew. What's blocking it? Wait. Yeah. Sorry. Thank goodness I write notes for myself. What's blocking it? How to clear it? What it looks like when it's opened, like what it'll look like for you or feel like for you when it's opened. And then we're going to pull an oracle card with just one more whatever from the universe for you. Okay. So again, we're using the chakra love. And we're using the tarot of mystical moments, which I just got. It just came yesterday, and it's so dope. Wait till you see it. Oh, it's dope. And because it's so dope, I'm using it for everything. I do have the Murder of Crows, and then the Rider-Waite and the Lenormand, if we need clarifiers and I don't want to use the same deck. We are doing oracle cards either from Nature's Whispers or Wisdom of the Oracle, whichever one pops up for me. I intended to do all of them with this, and then this morning when I came in here to do this, I was like, I feel like something else wants to be called out. So we'll see if that's for you or if it's who it's for. It's timeless reading, so that means whatever time you come across this, that's the time for you. All right. All right. Are we ready? Except for one time, you are always my first sign I read for. I start with air signs. Yes, because I am an air sign. So, and then I do air and water because I'm air and water. The schedule is when they post: Sunday, air; Monday, water; Tuesday, fire; Wednesday, earth. I literally have no earth in my chart at all. I'll talk about that another time because I'm starting to like have an understanding of, or a realization of what that means for me to have no earth in my chart, in my planets, in my sign, whatever, sun, moon, you know what I'm saying? I have a theory. I'll share it another time. Okay. Here we go, Libra. We're going to pick your chakra. I need to move this guy. Hold on. Rhodonite. It's chilling, but it wants me to move it, but I don't know where. Something's up with it right now. I apologize. I might have to like put it away or something. Put it over here. Something's going on. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Jeez. Where do you want to be? It's not clear. Here? Okay. It wanted to go home, but it's never been to a home yet. It's always been like with my main altar, because I'm working on forgiveness. So I've been, you know, and I carry it with me often. Not always, like selenite always. And this guy now, this rock I found on my walk. I walk in this cemetery local to here, and this one was like, and it fits perfect. It's perfect rubbing John. So a lot of times when I know, I'm like, I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I know there's a reason. So I have selenite in my left. So I always do this with the edge of it, with my thumb, while I'm walking, and this guy in the right. And then my headphones on. And I'm walking around like, hey, sup West, oh, almost where I live. And I guess I shouldn't put that out there on YouTube like that. Okay. Libra, yours always the longest too, because I always do this, because you're the first reading. Plus you're my brethren, sister, and themthrins. So you know what I mean? Theydrins, themthrins. All right, back. I'm feeling this sense for order, like, and being very order, because I'm actually being like super affected energetically, which is turning into like, because it's going into my nervous system, it's turning into nausea, and you know what I mean? And yeah, nausea, like like motion sickness internally. You feel me? I gotta drink water. This is okay. The nausea could just be a shift in frequency. I mean, I guess that is what it is. You got two. Ooh, so since you got two, I'm wondering if I should do a separate, like, what's blocking. So you got crown chakra and throat chakra. Like, what's blocking your throat? What's blocking your crown? You know what I mean? Or if it'll come out. I'm going to figure it out as I go. But you got crown chakra, which is blue lace agate, which is this. Divinity, recognize the divine in the mirror. Okay, so maybe you're like, you can hear the divine and you know the divine is there, but you're not seeing the divine in yourself. And throat chakra, I'm going to do these this way. Throat chakra, then crown chakra, because this is how they go. Lapis lazuli. This is looking more purple than it is. It's a little more cool tone. It needs to be a little bit warmer. Feel me? Expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. Expression and divinity. Divinity expression. Divine expression. Maybe, so I feel like this is possibly confidence related too. And if it is, it's saying that the confidence will come once you understand that you are the divine. And you are an expression of the divine. You're a divine expression of love, force, energy, right? We all are. But that's not some weird thing you just say. That's a truth. Like, we are whatever percent water. You know, our bodies are made up of whatever percent that is water. That's a truth. You know that, right? Maybe that's a bad example, because I feel like a lot of people are dehydrated. All right, let's start pulling cards, because it's 10 minutes and I've barely done any actual tarot reading yet. What? I know it's all for a purpose, but my human side needs to have confidence. I'm building it. Every time I do another reading, it builds up more and more. These cards. Oh. All right. We're going to do them separate. What's blocking your throat? What's blocking your crown? Okay? Let's see what that guy was. Here we go. We're going to start with your throat chakra. What's blocking Libra's throat chakra? What's blocking Libra's throat chakra? Thank you. So beautiful. Should I pull them all, or should I? Yeah, hold on. What's blocking Libra's throat chakra? What can we do to clear it? What can Libra do to clear it? What can Libra do to clear? Okay, no, it wants me to wait. Okay. So, what's blocking it? Bottom is 7 of Cups. Okay, these are so beautiful. I really hate this glare so much. So pretty, right? You got the 2 of Wands. I mean, this card, man, what? That's telling me this goes for both of them. Thanks for being my guinea pigs. Unwittingly, consensually. Well, you know, well, now you know when you come here, this might happen. Okay. 2 of Wands. As your blockage. Well, for expression, though. So you have an idea. You have an idea. You had an idea, divinely inspired at some point in your life. It might be that you've had always, and by idea, I mean like the thing you want to do, the thing like music keeps coming up. Like, I'm going to be a musician, I'm a musician, right? That's what I mean. You had an idea. And you're not going through with it, or you're not going through with it all the way, because the 2 of Wands is about movement, right? And it's about staying in staying where you are, where you feel secure, or stepping outside of it and going for growth, because you know there's more out there. And so because this is expression, and it says the world needs, oh, the world needs you. I kept saying it, seeing it as the world needs to see you. That's interesting. And it's your throat chakra, which is communication, right? It's using your voice. So whatever way that is for you, because for some it might be the written word. For some it might be speaking the truth. For some, it might be singing, poetry. It's whatever way, sound healing, you know, a person can use their voice, their literal voice. The voice in their head or the voice that needs to come out of their body. You feel me? Because when you're writing, I feel like you're writing from the voice in your head. It's not necessarily like something you're saying. Maybe too, because you are not fully expressing yourself, it's stopping you from going out and in the world the way you're supposed to be, meant to be. And that's what I mean by supposed to. It's preventing you from actually moving. And it's keeping you small when really you're much bigger than you think. Okay. What can you do to unblock that? I want to go to like, okay, the crown chakra, what's blocking that? But I don't want to confuse everyone by jumping back and forth. So I'm going to try to stick on. But if it keeps coming to me, I'm just going to do it. The throat chakra right now. Okay. How do we, Libras? I'm not reading for myself. I already did my own reading. I always say we because whatever sign I'm reading, even if it's not my sign, you know what I mean? How does Libra unblock their blockage? How do they clear it? How does Libra clear it? Okay. On the bottom is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Wands is your blockage, and the Two of Pentacles is how you unblock it. You have to come into your light. You're higher than you think, right? That's what this is about, recognizing the divine in yourself and then you alchemizing that into being the expression of the divine for your individual self. And so I think practical things have been blocking you. Because this isn't swords and it isn't cups, right? So your emotions, like your heart and all of that, your heart and your soul and spirit and body and mind and are in really good alignment. It's the Two of Wands as your blockage and the Two of Pentacles. So this is movement, actual physical movement. And this is groundedness, being grounded and one with everything around you. So that's exactly what this is, right? So the Two of Pentacles is juggling. It's balancing. It's really balancing. Finding the balance. But it's also like going from 2 to 1, right? It's like it's the alchemy of taking two separate seemingly contrasting things and ideas and looking at them from a clear perspective, as clear as possible, open, and then taking all of the best parts of them and putting it together in a way that makes something new and moves you into the Three of Pentacles, into actual movement. Do you feel me? So 2 is alchemy. And that's your way, what I just said, that's how you unblock this. So if it's like things you're afraid of, insecurity and being confident, you look at that. Pentacles are about taking our esoteric knowledge, which is these things that come up that we're able to use our brain to help navigate through and process through. It's taking all of those things and pulling them down and making them into something that we put out. Making something that we can hold, it's tangible, from something that was super abstract. You feel me? Why that's not so totally bananas is because that's energy is real. You can feel it in an electrical socket, right? It's real everywhere. You're feeling it and you don't even recognize how it's showing up. You know what I mean? But that's what this magic is too, understanding that and being able to manipulate. Came in my head, but it is not manipulation. It's, you're a conduit for it. You know, you're a lot of things for it. Okay, so that is how you clear it. And what will it, let's see what it's going to look like when it's unblocked. I feel like I should shuffle again. Yeah, this is kind of, they are going together, so I'm going to not do them separate. Okay. Because they're clearly intertwined. Well, good. Thank you for that lesson, Libra. Okay. What will it look like when Libra is clear? What will it look like when Libra's throat and crown chakras are clear? Take it. Ooh, you got a lot, Libra. Okay, so it went 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Wait till you see this, okay? Okay. So the bottom is judgment. This is what it will look like for you when it's clear. You will be fully in it. You will have opened and you will know it. Because it won't just be in here. Your whole everything is vibrating differently. And so you have to adjust to it. You know, you have to tweak things in order to keep that going. Maybe it's like your environment. You know, maybe you're not understanding like when you're, how overloaded you get by your like immediate environment, and also how having to keep your environment in visual harmony for you is you actually vibrating, because you're vibrating on a higher frequency, and so you lowered. You feel me? Okay, so judgment is when all of that stuff happens and you become it. You've taken it on. Under the judgment is the Queen of Pentacles, which is fantastic. What you got was the Queen of Swords, which is, who is the Queen of Swords? Is it Aquarius? No. Oh, it's young. It's Libra. Libra's the Queen of Swords, literally. I knew that. Over. It's you being you. And if you are not feminine, if you identify as non-binary or as masculine, this means that this part of you, the queens embody whatever the suit is. The Queen of Swords embodies the truth. She is the truth. So we have two sides of us, like a receptor and a broadcaster, right? And broadcaster is masculine and receiver, receptor is feminine, right? So this is just being it. And the masculine of this is understanding it, being able to see it, being able to intellectually understand the truth, and so seeing it that way, right? And being able then to make sure that the truth is shared, speaking the truth, and that the truth stays, you know what I mean? That it's preserved. That's the masculine side. So this is the feminine side of that. This is what it looks like when your blockages are clear. You are just in yourself. You're fully in yourself. You might be in the beginnings of in yourself, but that's still the beginning. You're in yourself. So once you hire up, you've hired up. You don't have to go back down. And you can catch yourself. Just put a little switch in your head, like, okay, that means I've hired up. That means this. And then keep moving in your life. And also you can be like, okay, that means I've moved up. That means this. And universe, please alert me when I start to slip out of this, and please make it as clear as possible for me to be aware, because it's going to happen internally. You know, all this shit is going to happen in your head pretty much. Or sometimes you'll see a sign, but you have to have your awareness ready for that. Okay, the 5 of Swords. How beautiful. And the 3 of Wands. I'm going to hold them all up together. This is how they came out. Look at how the dark is flanked, sandwiched, surrounded by the blue, the healing, right? The psychic gifts, the emotional harmony with, you know, the emotional harmony. Okay, so what this is saying is that you will have to have an uncomfortable conversation, that no one really wins because it hurts both people in some way or the other, usually in very opposite ways, but the end result is both people walk away hurt, but for very different reasons. You feel me? And that is going to come from, there's some kind of action, there's an act, right? We already know this, right? The 2 of Wands to the 3 of Wands. So you go from the deciding, and then you've made the decision and you're moving forward. Libra. This is fantastic for you. Okay, I'm doing the wisdom of the oracle. I just know it. All right. This is for your last piece of advice, message from the universe. And we're going to read, there's several different, there's a relationship message, there's a positive and negative, and there's like a prosperity message. That's what we're going to read, okay? Hey now. You got a number 49, observer. I like that feeling. It feels nice, like calming, like that. Like, okay, reassured. There's a reassuredness I'm feeling with it. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Okay, the oracle message is, most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences so much that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. So I think this is telling you what to do in order to clear the blockage. You feel me? This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. So it's not going to come from you thinking about it and observing. It's going to come from you observing, taking in the information in a like purely factual way, with no emotion, but not cold, just what it is. And then letting that, it's going to turn into something else for you. You don't going to have to really think about it. You'll know whether you should sit with that thought in your head, like, and meditate just with like, okay, tell me this, show me this, or like, or what am I missing? And like, or if it'll just come to you. Do you feel me? Sometimes you have to analyze, but you have to know when to not do that. And you don't start out with analyzing. You start out with the stillness, and then you decide, then you see what needs to be done. If it needs analysis, or it needs stillness and sitting, or it needs moving in rhythm. You feel me? It is an advantageous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect vision of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. Okay, I just looked over the protection message. It just says to get advice from sources outside of yourself. It's all saying. To broaden your scope of self. This was a good, dope reading, Libra. Thank you for sharing your... And hold on, I have to show you this because these are the three that are on the top. Well, look at that. It's like in this one, there's like a golden, but it's subdued, right? And golden for me is like a reassurance. Then there's this where it's coming back, and then it's this where she's sitting on it. But look at the blue too in all three. It's just beautiful. Libra, faith. Have faith, okay? Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe. And try not to let the impatience and aggravation, don't let it turn into those. And if you, when you catch that you are, do something immediately to release it, to check it. Inhale, exhale, drink water. You have to shift something in your vibration, you know what I mean? So you can realign and integrate what needs to and keep out what doesn't. You feel me? Okay, Librans. Thank you again. I will see you. I hope this helped. And I will see you next week. Bye, Libra.